Joining the debate tonight, Guru Prakash, national spokesperson of the BJP, Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate Tushar Gupta, senior fellow Swarajya, Karthik Reddy, spokesperson of the BRS, Vivek Silas, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, to whom goes my first question. Tehseen Poonawala, strange friends. Strange friends from George Soros's fund walking with Rahul Gandhi, and that's the question that is being raised. How come there is so much in common between what the Congress thinks and what George Soros has said today? And George Soros even knows that this issue will be raised in Parliament and the Prime Minister will have to answer there. What's going on?
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for having me on your show. Good evening to all my fellow panelists and to all your viewers. I don't know who is this George Soros, and I'm sure most of your viewers may or may not have heard of him. But one thing I know for a fact, George Soros is the toolkit agent of the Bharatiya Jhota Party. Why else? Why else will the Bharatiya Jhota Party, that did not speak about two women being burnt alive, come and do a press conference about some foreigner abroad speaking about democracy in India when it comes to India? All of us on this panel are united that India comes first, perhaps except the Bharatiya Janata Party, which brought in cash in Parliament along with the left loonies to derail the nuclear deal. But I didn't call them anti-national then, I won't call them anti-national now. But this is a chal of the Bharatiya Janata Party exposing their charitra and their true chehra of trying to put the Congress and opposition in the dock. Otherwise, the most honorable Prime Minister who just spoke on your channel, the most powerful man in the universe, has underneath him RBI, SEBI, ED and a serious frauds investigation. George is not going to get cash and bring him to India. He will bring it via the SEBI route, via the RBI route, investigate him, arrest him, throw him in jail. Wait, there is a case going on since 2016. What happened? Nothing. They've not even been able to take the case forward because the BJP uses these people only to derail debates and to find an escape route. And this, tell the BJP spokesperson to prove my charge is wrong. It's a challenge.
Guru Prakash, respond. Respond, because Tehseen Poonawala has put you in the dock saying that George Soros is part of your toolkit. He hasn't answered any questions about why Salil Shetty was walking with Mr. Rahul Gandhi at the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Would you want to respond to the charges made by Tehseen?
Thank you so much, Navika. I was patiently listening to my friend from the Congress party, Tehseen. And we have some photographs which you have also been running. Mr. Salil Shetty, Vice President of Open Society Foundation, walking with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Now, Open Society Foundation is funded by Mr. George Soros. Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, the think tank of Congress Party, the research organization of Congress Party, has HRLN, Human Rights Law Network, as its partner organization, again funded by George Soros. Mr. Rahul Gandhi tweeting, India is no longer a democratic country, which is really laughable because how democratic is the Congress party, which we are all aware of. Mr. Shashi Tharoor, last I know, was the senior leader of the Congress party, met old friend George Soros, upbeat about India and curious about our neighborhood. He's far more than an investor, a concerned world citizen. So who is Mr. Tharoor, who is Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who is Mr. Salil Shetty, and what is Rajiv Gandhi Foundation? I will ask Mr. Tehseen Poonawala, my dear friend, tonight. Apart from this, Navika, we also need to understand 2023 is a very important year, a very significant year. India is leading G20. India is leading the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. On the initiative of Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, International Year of Millets is being celebrated by the United Nations. India has proved it was the pharmacy of the world during the COVID crisis. Be it US President Joe Biden, UK Prime Minister, French President, they have always lauded praise in favor of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. 2014, 2019, all the general elections, we have seen the 1.4 billion people of India strongly standing in support of Mr. Narendra Modi. Who is Mr. George Soros to certify? George Soros का प्रमाण पत्र की आवश्यकता हमें नहीं है. जब देश के दलित, शोषित, वंचित, पीड़ित, कुचले सब श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के साथ खड़े हैं. Navika, we need to understand one thing. There is a cohort of breaking India forces, like you said, within country and outside country. They are deeply elitist, they are deeply feudalistic. They are not able to digest the fact कि गरीब का बेटा आज देश का सबसे ताकतवर प्रधानमंत्री है. उनको यह बात पचती नहीं है कि भारत के इतिहास में पहली बार एक आदिवासी की बेटी राष्ट्रपति बनी है. They want that old India. They are the people with old money. But let me make this very clear on your show tonight. India is going to be governed by the Constitution of India. India is going to be governed by the 1.4 billion people of India. And Mr. George Soros, Open Society, any other organization across the world cannot dictate the terms and conditions for Indian democracy. Mr. Tehsin Poonawalla, I ask you clearly, what is the relationship between the Congress Party and Mr. George Soros? ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है जब जॉर्ज सोरोस के पैसों से आप यात्रा करते हैं, अपना संगठन चलाते हैं, आपके नेता ट्वीट करते हैं? You have all the answers, Mr. Tehsin Poonawalla, being the member
exactly.
of the
And I want to ask you, Rahul Gandhi,
आज दूध का दूध पानी का पानी करिए.
One minute. Rahul Gandhi himself has quoted in 2021 a report, We Dem Institute report, where Pakistan and Taliban ruled Afghanistan were above India in academic freedom index. This report was actually put out and sponsored by the funders of Open Society Foundation, which is George Soros' funding organization. अब उसको आप ट्वीट कर रहे हैं, आपके साथ वहां सैर हो रही है, and then you want to say this is the toolkit of the BJP. You know, Tehsin Poonawalla, once in a while, you have to make statements that at least people will believe what you're saying.
I will answer both those questions. Yours I'll come to second. He showed one image. ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है? ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है? नीरव भाई मोदी with Narendra भाई Modi, and in Prime Minister Modi's house, he's saying Mehul भाई Choksi. I've circled also Nirav भाई Modi here. Nirav भाई Modi with the Prime Minister. तो वही रिश्ता है जो सलील, कोई सलील is walking with Rahul Gandhi. Here तो Nirav भाई Modi is with Prime Minister Modi. विजय भाई माल्या का lookout notice change हो जाता है, and Mehul भाई Choksi is in the official residence of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister addressing him. ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है? कहानी घर घर की है. सुनिए सर, I am saying, I am agreeing. Soros, George Soros is funding the Congress. Congress is bad, everything. भैया आप चौकीदार हो ना? The country is in your hands ना? Stop doing press conferences. Act. 2016, did you file a case or no? What happened? High Court, it's waiting. You could not prove anything. Is the money going to come in cash? No, it's going to come by SEBI and RBI. Who's in charge? You are in charge. Please tell us what you have done. If this country you feel is so weak, we don't feel, you feel is so weak that some foreigner sitting in some corner of India can make a statement against my Prime Minister. Modi ji is my Prime Minister. And you feel, my cabinet feels this country is so weak, then I feel bad for you. Because my country is strong. I will defend my Prime Minister externally. But I feel bad that you are so weak that you have to attack me to save the Prime Minister. Act against Soros. But you won't because he's your man. And that is the evidence.
Well,